Vivek. Vivek rhymes with cake. I will pronounce that name properly from now on. Vivek is just straight up calling people out. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the presidential debate, it's so boring that I don't even watch it. I don't. When Trump and Tucker were sitting down, I went over there to watch what was going on. You know what I mean? If I want to know what Vivek has to say, I go to his YouTube channel. You know, Robert F. Kennedy, Vivek, even DeSantis a little bit. They just are more savvy. So if I want to hear what they have to say, I'm not going to go to the debate where they're all structured like as if it's like it's a TV segment. We're going to give you 2 minutes. Go ahead and speak. You know what I mean? Like it's no good. I can watch Vivek talk for hours at a time if I just go to YouTube and just Google his name. But in this clip that I have playing right now, Vivek is calling some people out on the debate stage, but it's not who you think. It's not the other candidates. It's the people asking the questions. And those people are NBC propagandists. That's right. I love to see it. Let's get right into it. Let's play this. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go. This is incredible.
Why would you, Swami, let me turn to you. Please make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer in the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer the question. Go.
Mr. Ramaswamy.
This is how we get our country back. We need accountability because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why you?
Wow. Let's go, Vivek. Rhymes with cake. But you see, you know what? It's so true. It's so true. Right? And even right down to what I just said, like it's like a segment on NBC. It's like, oh, Mr. Ramaswamy, your time's up. It's like he talked for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, what are you learning about these people? What candidate could even tell you their policies in 2 minutes? You know what I mean? Like, I've listened to Vivek talk about what his policies would be. It took 30 minutes for him to lay everything out. You know, you want Trump to talk about like what would he do in his foreign policies? It would take an hour. It might take hours. This is the type of stuff that they should be doing. They should be pointing the finger at the media. Now, of course, you know, they're going to ask questions that, you know, a presidential candidate probably does have to answer and should answer. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, where is the accountability from the media? I've said it time and time again. They're like an extension of the intelligence agencies. They're just like another arm. The same way Twitter, Elon Musk's words, not mine. The same way Twitter was an arm of the government. So are they. NBC, same thing. ABC, CNN, all of them. They have no accountability. They spread misinformation more than anybody else. The people who push the terms the most, misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, they're the ones that are doing it the most. They never get called into question. Like, she's sitting there smiling. They never get called into question. They never have to retract anything. They never have to walk anything back. It's literally they just push something out. They wait until Friday. Saturday, they put a new story out. Sunday, they put a new story out. And by Monday, it's a new news cycle. And they just act like nothing's ever happened. No one's ever... When has Rachel Maddow ever answered for all the misinformation she's spread? In 2020, 2021, 2022. Never. And if you ask her about it, it's just like... And security comes and takes you away. Like, who are these people? Matt Taibbi said once that there is supposed to be tension between the media and government. And the same tension that's supposed to be there's supposed to be tension between the people and the media and the government. We're supposed to have tension with all of them because we're supposed to turn to them and say, you're supposed to be asking these questions. These are the questions we want the answer to. And we're supposed to put pressure or tension towards the government. And we're supposed to say, hey, did that media guy ask you those questions? There's questions that we want the answer to. That's how it's supposed to be. And these people are clearly, like the movie The Matrix, it was more like a documentary. These people are like these weird agents, you know? Like forget about an FBI agent and a CIA agent and that image of like the Men in Black and they have black glasses on. It's these people. These people are that. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised. I won't even get into it. I won't even say it, but I'd be surprised to see who they're getting paid by. It's ridiculous. So I love that Vivek just did that. I absolutely love it. And he's right. It should be Joe Rogan. Why is it this NBC people asking the questions? Again, because they're an extension of that machine. That's why they're the ones asking the questions. That's why they're the ones that when you go off on a rant like Vivek just did, all of a sudden they tell you, oh, your time's up. Your time's up, actually. Answer the question. Your time's actually up. We'll go on to the next candidate. It's wild, man. It's wild. And I love that Vivek just did that because it shows and it should be happening. The system, it needs an overhaul, to say the least. And I wish, and I've said it before, it's never going to happen again. There's going to be no billionaire that's going to step in and be like, how much is this NBC thing? But good God, if there was one that stepped in and said, let me buy this thing. Well, let me see these emails. I'm the owner. I can see them all, right? It would blow our minds. It would blow our minds, and nobody... Trust is declining rapidly, but nobody would ever trust the media again if we actually saw it. If we saw what they're emailing, who's emailing them, what they're telling them to talk about. These people aren't actual journalists. Actual journalists do research. They say, this is what I found. This is my perspective. Okay, let me bring it. These people don't do that. They're literally sitting there. You see footage of it. You see people walk up to them with the story. Here you go. They read it over. They memorize things. They have a teleprompter in front of them. And they just read. At least when I see Tucker Carlson do it, I know that he's a writer. That's actually Tucker's wheelhouse, believe it or not. He's a writer first. Should be Elon Musk. Should be Joe Rogan. It should be a 5-hour. This is deciding who should be the candidate to potentially become the president of the United States. It should be a 10-hour show. It should be like buckle in because you're going to have to have multiple hour-long debates with all of the candidates. And you're going to have to either come out on top or not. Your ideas are going to have to make sense or they don't. That's what should be happening. But instead, it's these 2-minute things perfectly set up so NBC can get their little sound bites. Perfectly set up. And believe you me, that soundbite that I just played, that's not the soundbite they're going with. I can tell you that. They're not going for that soundbite. Man, wild. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of what Vivek just said. You know what? Like him or not, like I want to see Trump win. I do. And there's been talks of Tucker Carlson being considered by Trump for vice president. I like the idea of that. But whether you like Vivek or not, what he just did is so commendable. You should take these little bits of time you have in front of these people to question them. Because you and I, the regular people, will never get to do it. And when we do, we look like those clips you see of someone yelling at Rachel Maddow or yelling at Hillary Clinton, and they just get dragged away. And the person doesn't even answer the question. It's ridiculous. Anyways, guys, like the video, subscribe, and I'm out.